Hi folks, welcome back to the B29 restoration project. Last video, honestly I don't remember what I did on the last video. It was probably something about engines or cowls or something. Anyways, we're here on the number 4 engine. We are doing the last bit of vinyl work to the cowls. As you can see, this portion of the cowl is done. The nacelles are done. So we're getting very, very close to being able to finish the last of the paint work here on the bottom of the cowls. So I said last time I probably wasn't gonna do any more videos on the vinyl work, but I figured this is a good instance to where it would be worthwhile to do a video. Since it's got a lot of compound curve, pretty much all of this area right here in the nose bowl of the cowl is what I've been doing the past half a day, and it's a good instance to get in here and kind of do a little bit of a how-to on compound curves. That said, I'm going to preface this with I am not a vinyl wrapping expert. I am sure there is someone out there who's watching this video who's going to probably see what I'm doing, and they are probably going to cringe because this is what they do for a living. I've watched a couple of videos on YouTube, so that automatically makes me a YouTube expert, right? But so far, what I have been doing has worked relatively well. I've done two different methods. One of them I just did cold stretches. The other one I've been using a little bit of heat. On this, it seems like they both work. They both get the job done. The proof in the pudding will be if the cold stretch one starts peeling away at the edges in the next day or two. The heat one, which you kind of do like not necessarily like a pre-stretch, you kind of put it on there and then you kind of do some stuff. Anyways, I'll show you here in a second. That one seems like it's a little bit easier to get a good finish, but it's also a lot easier to get creases into the vinyl, unlike the cold stretch, which seems to be a little bit more forgiving with creases. So anyways, now that I've said that, don't shoot the messenger. Or in other words, don't shoot me for showing you this. Like I said, I'm not an expert, but this is what has been working so far. But you never know how long it will work. So anyways, I've got everything marked out like a tape, like last time. And I'm going to take just a oversized large piece of vinyl, and I am going to place it here where I want it, making sure I have good overlap in places. One thing I'm doing, you notice I'm not putting it directly on the front. I learned with the cold stretch that you kind of want to start not at the peak of your curve, but off to the side a little bit. And then once you get it mostly off to the side, you can go here and start slowly tacking the vinyl onto your part. And I get about a 1/2 inch, 3/8 a 1/2 inch wide area tacked on here. And now I'm going to pull out the heat gun. This particular vinyl seems to be very susceptible to too much heat, so it doesn't take much. And I'm literally just going to go right here with the heat gun, and on a low setting with the heat gun, and just get it to where it kind of shrinks a little bit. And you'll see it as it gets hot, it'll start to shrink and wrinkle up a lot more. Like I said, it doesn't take much. That's all I'm going to do. That little bitty bit of heat gun. You notice the big wrinkles kind of turn into a little bit smaller wrinkles. Now starting here in the middle, this is where you have to be very careful with the wrinkles because they will turn into creases very easily. And once they turn into a crease, it pretty much stays a crease. Like you can't get rid of the look in the vinyl. I'm going to start in the middle. I'm going to work my way out to the ends of the curve, trying to keep it relatively consistent all the way around. All right, now you see we've got it all the way back here up against the tape outline. Take the edge of the hard card here. Just gonna go in that corner. Same thing here on the edge. And now before I trim it, I'm gonna start working on bringing the front of this vinyl around the corner. I'm just very, very lightly stretching it as I'm rubbing it onto the surface of the cowl. And once you get about that far around, I found that taking your thumb and using it to press it gives you a little bit better of a little bit more easier time working with this. Alright, that's about as far as I can get it because it's really tight right here. So now, before I start trimming it, I'm going to take the heat gun out once again, and I'm going to heat the whole area here up against that tape line just to kind of help it relax a little bit so it doesn't want to start shrinking and pulling back on you. Now, I'm going to take the hard card. I'm going to go back here into these edges just to get them pushed down really good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the X-Acto and I'm going to trim pretty much all the way from the inside, almost the inside quarter of the nose bolt all the way around. And then I'm going to peel this off and discard it. Alright, so now we're going to take all of this material right here, this excess, and we are going to wrap it and get it flat on the inside of this wall here. Going to do basically the exact same thing. I'm going to take the heat gun and just apply a little bit of heat here just to get it to where it's a little bit more willing to stretch. So it doesn't take much heat. And you see, if you get too much heat on it, it'll sit there and actually start kind of gives you this weird like cracked skin look or cracked egg. So we're going to go into the cowl just a little bit. Just gotta be patient. You're not gonna get it all at once. And then right here along the tape outline, we are going to trim it again. And we're gonna peel the vinyl away from there. Same thing here across the top. And we're just gonna do this little by little with my hand in your way. Do this little by little until we get it all the way to the back there. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this in a curve, basically the same curvature of the cowl, about 1/2 to 3/8 of an inch, something like that. And then what I'm going to do is this is actually going to get wrapped around the backside lip of the cowl. So again, just a little bit of heat makes it a little bit more forgiving. A little bit more heat than that. There we go. And then it will just wrap right around the backside. And there we have it. That is this portion of the cowl. Just kind of playing around in it back here, making sure that the vinyl is flat, which it's not completely, but it's not going to stick that well anyway because of the texture of the fiberglass. Now I'm just going to peel the tape outline off. And I'm just going to reposition it on top of the vinyl so I can do this side over here. All right, folks, so that's the method that I have found works well for me for wrapping these compound curves on the nose bowls of cows. Like I said, you got to be kind of patient. I got a little ahead of myself, and I've got some creases in this one. I'm not worried about it. It's they're dents. That's what I'm going to look at. So B29, not a big difference from the last time. You all saw it. The biggest difference is the nacelles are all vinyl covered. So the nacelles are done, and this cowl is completely done. The other three need these little patches here put on. As you can see, they're missing, but one complete cowl is basically done, ready for paint more or less, and the other three are not far behind. Unfortunately, though, I have run out of vinyl, and I think I have maybe enough vinyl to do one more cowl. I would just skip doing it because a lot of this is going to get painted, but unfortunately the black paint comes up to about right here. And obviously there's going to be some vinyl missing, and having the panel line here or something instead of down here would kind of look weird. Again, most people wouldn't notice it, but that's one of my things. Like, if you're going to do it, may as well just do them all the same, especially since this one's already that way. As far as the airplane goes, it's actually very, very, very close. All four engines are here. All of the batteries and the radio gear is stacked up there, most of it. I got some other stuff stacked up everywhere. Fuselage is wired, elevator servos are done, rudder servo's done, nozzle steering's done, retract's done, the gear is done, the gear doors are done. Not a whole lot of stuff to glue anymore. The only thing left are aileron control horns, the dowels that hold on the nose, the cockpit area here, and then some stuff inside for like battery mounts and ignition mounts and whatnot. All the throttle servos and linkages are done as well. So very, very close to the B29. It's possible it'll be done by the end of the year, which this video, by the time this video comes out, it might be done already, to be honest. This video will probably come out around Christmas, I'm guessing. But yeah, anyways, that's vinyl wrapping. Compound curves on the cowl. Again, I'm going to make that one not look so... But not a professional vinyl wrapper. This just worked so far. If it's wrong and you're professional, I'm sorry. But till next time, y'all have a good one.